Good morning, Matt Delacruz here with the Winning Minds Group, part of the John Maxwell team, and welcome to Mondays with Matt. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a great weekend. Looking forward to another extraordinary week this week as we kick off this new week. Over the weekend, I was playing golf with some friends of mine and a couple clients, and one of the guys that work at the country club had asked me the question. He says, "So, Mr. Delacruz," he says, "what is success?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, what is success? I just finished college and I'm kind of floundering. I don't know what I want to do with my life." And I sat there thinking to myself, I'm saying, wow, you went to school. You should start figuring out what you want to do with your life in the duration of your, whether it be 3 years or 4 years in school. You should figure out what you want to do. But I didn't say that to him. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. What do you define success as? And he says, I really don't know right now. He says, um, right now I got to find a job. I said, okay, well, when you do find the job, does that mean you're going to be successful? And he says, not necessarily, because I might not find the job that I really want to do forever. I said, okay. He says, so he feeds it back to me and he says, so what do you define success? I said, well, let me put it this way. And I said, when you go from your 16 to 18, 18 to 20, 21, I think he was 21 or 22 years of age. And I said, success is going to be a little bit different to you now than versus when you get more mature. I said, when you hit your 30s, 40s, and 50s, I said, and if you look around the club, I said, there's a lot of different members who you might think is successful. In our young minds, we think that if you make a lot of money or if you own a business, or let's just say because you're a member of a country club, we think that everyone is successful. And that may not be true. So I said, you have to define what success is to you. And until you define what success is to you, then you're going to kind of go all over and hit every direction. And you're going to spend a lot of time, many months, many years of your life trying to find this thing called success. Because because success is this, it's like this elusive butterfly that everyone's been trying to catch. But that's why you got to take some time to reflect and say, what is it to me? What is success to me? You can be successful with no money. My brother is very successful. He's doing always what he wanted to do, shape surfboards and surf. I mean, this is what he does, lives in Southern California. And people look back at him and said, he could be really successful. And I said, he is successful. He's doing what he wants to do. So when you sit back there and you say, what is success? Mine's pretty simple, is to maximize my potential by adding value to others wherever I am, wherever I go, every day of my life, and to live a life that matters. That definition of success has changed over the years, but now it's not only my why, but it's also my vision, it's also my purpose, it's also my mission in life. And I said that to me is what success is. It's when you know deep down in your heart and soul, you know why you're here on this planet. But I was sharing with the young adult, and I won't say his name, but I was sharing with him. I said it's about putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. And when I looked at him, he says, what do you mean the pieces of the puzzle? I said, there's pieces of the puzzle. There's going to be 7 pieces of this puzzle called life. And one is spiritual, then family, then career, then financial, then social, then mental, then health. He says, well, I'm not talking about family right now. I said, but what about your immediate family? What about your mom, your dad, your siblings? I said, that's part of family. Would you like to have a closer relationship with them? He says, I never thought about it. I said, what if you could up level it 2 or 3 notches? Would you be happier? Would you be more fulfilled? He said, yeah. I said, because part of success is when we take these 7 pieces of the life puzzle and when we put them all together. But just like any jigsaw puzzle, you start with the edges first. And so now start prioritizing what area that you want to prioritize first. So it might be family for you. It might be career right now for you since you just finished it. And then once you get the career piece of the puzzle together, then you'll get the next corner. The corner is the financial. Once you have the financial, then all of a sudden now you have the mental, then the mental, then the health. Then you'll complete this piece of the puzzle or these 7 pieces of the puzzle because life is a big puzzle. It's a jigsaw puzzle. But we all know we start with the ends, right? The edges, and then we work our way to the middle. So I was trying to explain it to him in a way that he can understand. I think he got it. But when I was thinking about Mondays with Matt, I said, there are so many of us as adults who have it together, but yet we don't have the pieces of the puzzle together. Because life is fulfillment. And when you have fulfillment, now you have happiness and joy. And to me, you can't have success until you have happiness and joy. So let's look at fulfilling our lives based on how we prioritize, not having priorities, but how we prioritize the area that we need to work on, the area that we need to focus on. Because once again, once you focus on, you will bring life to it. So that's kind of the culmination of what I wanted to share with you today. So let's think about it this week. What pieces of the puzzle are we missing of the 7 pieces? Because do we have the edges together, or are we working our way to the middle? And once we work our way to the middle, is that puzzle fulfilled? What does the picture look like? Is it fulfilled to where now we're happy and we're joyful? And now does that mean that we truly are successful? So think about it this week as we create and we put the pieces of the puzzle together. So until next week, live with passion, live intentionally, and let's just make sure that we put things in perspective and we make sure that we prioritize. Thanks so much. Make it a great day, and we'll talk to you next week.